What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, look here. I did 3 videos speaking about the situation with Conor Ben and Chis Eubanks. So I saw the Garrett Davies video. There's no need for me to really follow up on what he was saying in terms of just making another video and playing the audio of him. I'll say this though, because you have a lot of big mouths that like to talk, and they ain't done shit. They ain't never fought nobody. Not in the ring, not in the street, not in the schoolyard, not in their own backyard, not yesterday, not last night, not today, never. But they always talking about, oh man, and you this. All they ever done, the closest they've ever come to fighting with someone was on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, something like that. And always doing nothing but defending other men. Getting in their feelings because somebody feels some kind of way. Like some idiot put like 5 or 6 messages talking about Anthony Joshua. And I'm like, you want to know what's crazy? Nobody's talking about Anthony Joshua except for you. If I'm making a video about Anthony Joshua, right, then that's what it is. But nobody's talking about Anthony Joshua. You can call Anthony Joshua every kind of bum, washed up, oh, overrated, whatever. What does that got to do with me? I can care less how you feel about Anthony Joshua. So I guess what I know what he was trying to do, he thought he was going to say something about Anthony Joshua. Like, you obviously don't know who I am. I know for a fact you don't know who I am. And the fact that you even think that I care because you care when somebody says something about Wilder or whoever it is that you like as a fighter, I care how you feel about these people. The whole problem with you guys is y'all run your mouth and y'all don't know nothing. Y'all just talk out of fanboyism, ignorance, childishness. First off, I don't care nothing about Garrett Davies. I don't know these people personally. Y'all seem to think y'all got some kind of bond with people because you cheer for them or because you boo someone like they care. First off, let me say this. For him to say that they think they should pull Chis Eubanks Jr. out the fight, it's simply because they're talking about the weight cut. And whether he believed the 60% or not, which obviously he does, but the point is because they're saying he hasn't weighed 157, then, you know, he's going to rehydrate. And pretty much he can't rehydrate too high or the fight could be canceled. No, we get all of that. He's simply talking about for safety. Because for one, if he's not, you know, at 100%, and then whatever is in Conor's system, if they let this fight happen, that the worst could happen. That's all. That's all he's saying. All this other stuff about, oh yeah, but he just saying that because he's trying to baby Chis Eubanks. It's like, man, you guys are like so childish, so ignorant and so stupid. You know how you go somewhere, you're in a restaurant somewhere, you're in a mall somewhere, and it's like always a loud group of people. They can't have a conversation. Everything's a loud argument with them, and they wind up getting kicked out the mall, kicked out the restaurant because they have no goddamn manners at home training. That's the type of people I imagine is sitting up here, or you know, typing all this bullshit on YouTube or whatever. Because you sit up here talking about, oh, he babying him. He's clear he's just a Eubank fanboy. What are you, a Conor Ben fanboy? So you're okay with the fact that something's in his system that shouldn't be there, that can give him you know, an advantage. Well, I'll say this. Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. What's going to happen is what's going to happen. And it's like, damn, you get boxing news and then all this dramatic bullshit. You know, these dudes mad because you say something about their boyfriends that they don't like. Like, we care. We don't care how you feel. So, just put it to you like this. The same way that you don't care if a fight is fair or not is the same way, right? We could be out here gangbanging and decide, yeah, man, they ain't gangbangers, right? But we don't care. We do what we want to do. And a bullet just meant for somebody else wind up hitting your baby in the face, right? Taking their life because we don't care. How about that? So all that nonsense that people talk is like, I think some of y'all just make stupid ass comments just to be heard. And so I just block and delete people when they talk stupid anyway, because it's like, if you're not here to talk about what the subject is, what the topic is, then we have nothing to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? If you come with this fanboy shit, like he's saying something wrong because he's concerned that, hey man, this guy can go out here and get hurt badly, and we're thinking we're just gonna see a good competitive fight, right? But what if it ends tragically? That's what he's basically saying. And pretty much you have these idiots, like I said, never fought nobody, never did nothing, but they talk like they so tough. They got so much mouth when they're typing words. I know it take a real tough man to talk tough on a keyboard. Here's how this works. If the fight is off, it's off. If it's on, it's on. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But these same little scumbags that sit up here, have all this mouth talk about what they would do if it was them, it wouldn't be you. Because you can't fight. You don't have the heart to fight. And all you do is fight online. If something happens to either one of those dudes, people sit up here talk about rest in peace, or get well, whatever, Chis Eubanks or Conor Ben or whatever. That's not going. What is that going to do? Oh, I feel good that people are saying, I can hear people saying, saying these things. My dad put the phone in my ear, but I can't talk. I'm unconscious. I can hear it though. I'm in a coma. That's really gonna help. That's all this man is talking about. And the fact of the matter is this: whether you think Conor Ben is guilty, or whether you think it was just something he did carelessly, which really, because of what he took, it's like, bruh, for that to be in your system, like, how does that just accidentally happen? So, no matter how bad you want to see a fight, if the fight is going to happen at a point where someone might lose their life, or someone may get hurt worse than what they, someone gets hurt worse than take more damage than what they should have been taking because somebody else is juiced up. Just saying, it's not your punk ass in there. That's why they got all this mouth and be talking nonsense. And I'm just like, yo, listen to these idiots, man, and like just like read the stuff they say. I read some things that Eddie Hearn was saying, and I also watched the videos and things that Eddie Hearn was saying. I just, basically, you're reminded of what you already know about people. You see things that if it was shoe on the other foot, they'd go the other direction with it. But because it doesn't favor the fighter that they like, they end up trying to tell you that it's different because this guy's this and this. And all I hear is people talking about how delusional Eddie is and how AJ is in hibernation right now. Oh, he's guilty because he ducked Fury and all this. And it's like, okay, if that's what you feel, that's what you feel. But what the fuck does Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua have to do with the conversations that we were having? This is what I mean about how people can't even stick to topics. Who cares what you think? We're not talking about that. That ship didn't sail. The fight's off. There's nothing else to talk about with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Like, we're going to just keep bringing that up and talking about what? What happened. But what's so funny is this, right? The same people that's always talking about how they want to discredit somebody else because they fought a guy coming off of a loss. Okay, someone fought a guy coming off of a loss. Didn't Anthony Joshua just come off of a loss? Huh? So when we say that's why Fury wanted to fight him, and you guys are like, he giving him a chance. Nah, y'all come with this BS like he's trying to be some noble guy. We already done talked about all of that. And you guys are still bringing up Anthony Joshua's name because basically some fighter that you like has done something stupid or basically got clowned about something or whatever it may have been. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about any of that. I'm like this. You've heard me make comments about certain fighters fighting past their primes, sticking around too long may possibly really get hurt in the ring, because you can see how bad they slipped. But like I said in the last video, when fighters start to slip, everybody see it before they do. Unless they're being real with themselves. Other than that, no, they think they're still on top of the world. And it's like, no, they don't see the things that you see. They always think they can fix something in the gym. So, my thing is this. If you choose to fight, you know what's at stake. You know what can happen in that ring, right? So it's a chance that you willing to take. What can we say? I mean, we can say what we want, but the fighter gonna get in there and fight. Like example, I've been saying for the past year or two, I think Triple G need to hang it up. Well, Triple G just made $45 million fighting against Canelo, right? So guess what? He did what he had to do for himself, and it's like, hey, I'm not going to sit up here and put a time frame on this man's career, or nobody else's for that matter. We just speaking in the sense we see that a fighter is not what they used to be. But y'all, with all this, you know, I'm a superhero, I can take anything, but then y'all sit here and baby guys and certain guys get the green light to fight easy fights. Then guys that's fighting the actual tough fights is, he ain't fought nobody. Like for Deontay Wilder to say that Anthony Joshua taking all the easy fights with who? You can't even compare what you've done. All you did was fought the same dude 3 times and lost. You understand what I'm saying? So he ain't got a fucking leg to stand on to try to make a point about what? About what? You have no elite names on your record that you've beaten. The only person that you've beat was a guy that's never been champion, that was never nothing but a contender, and a guy that basically, if Anthony Joshua fought him and knocked him out, then it would be, he waited for him to get old. You fought him twice. And as far as I'm concerned, he's decent. Nothing special about dude. Nothing special about him. But at the end of the day, me saying that, if people would pay attention, they would understand. You don't ever hear me showing favoritism. I speak about what I speak about. It's like, for example, if I tell you I like my chicken baked, I don't like it fried. Who the fuck are you to tell me, oh man, why you hating on fried chicken? That's how ignorant you guys are. Like just stupid shit that y'all talk about. I'm like, man, I don't know how the fuck y'all was raised. Maybe y'all was hatched. Because this sissy shit y'all be talking about, I'm just like, bro, I can't even vibe with you guys. We're talking about boxing news. We're talking about things going on in the boxing world. I'm not here to talk about people's personal life, who screwed who cheated on who. Oh, rumor has it that this. I don't care about that. That's not what I do. But when you sit up here and say stupid shit to try to defend somebody because you and your feelings because somebody's talking about another grown-ass man, I don't give a rat's ass how you feel about no fighter. But when we talk and you make no sense and you're making extremely unvalid points, I'm going to make you look stupid with your own words. See, I do what you motherfuckers can't do. I will bring the truth, the reason, and the logic into a conversation, and when you strip down all that bullshit you say, all that fabricated, bringing stuff into the picture that has nothing to do with nothing. You guys remind me of when I was a kid, man, and they was arguing about who's the best rappers. Then you got this guy, he's saying his favorite rapper lines, and this guy, he coming back with his favorite rapper lines, and somehow they go from that to talking about who got the toughest crew, who will win in a fight. Like, what does any of this have to do with a rap battle? Or just comparing skills of who do you think got the best bars? What does any of that have to do with anything? Who get the most females? Who sold the most records? Who, like, I'm not that person. I'm not sitting up here arguing with nobody about no other man. That's for damn sure. That's your nonsense. So basically, if I say Canelo, he's a good fighter, but all this, he's vastly improved, and he's like, you know, the greatest of all time or whatever. I don't even believe in no greatest of all time, but honestly, just if you know, because I say, well, I think Canelo's a good fighter, and I've seen him fight guys that basically he could beat. I haven't seen this huge improvement that y'all talking about. Never said Canelo couldn't fight. But at the end of the day, so because I'm not on the bandwagon, that's hate. Man, y'all are some childish little boys and girls, man. I never seen, like, it's so crazy because I'm like, you always imagine as a kid, as we get older, we get smarter, we get wiser. Times are changing and people will advance in their thinking. It's like, no. No. That's not what we have on here. So until your punk ass even get the heart to go into a gym, y'all ain't even been to a gym. All y'all do is sit up and watch YouTube and talk shit and then try to question somebody else's credibility based on your like or dislike for them. If you, you know, it's so funny, man, when I see people come into the gym with that attitude, that chip on their shoulder, and they get the fuck beat out of them. I always felt like this. We try to help people that want to be helped, to have some gratitude and some respect. But you come with that ego, that tough guy shit, nah, we gonna hurt you bad. And you gonna find out, you gonna sign a waiver if you want to spar, and you gonna find out what you really not made of. You don't know how many countless people had so much mouth, such a huge chip on their shoulder, came into the gym and get humbled quick and realize, nah, lose that. Confidence and arrogance are two different things. And I'm just reading all this bullshit, and people are just talking, saying stupid stuff out their mouth. So it's not your family on the line. It's not somebody you care so much about. You just want to see the fight. So you don't care if a fight is dirty or not. Same thing when Oscar Valdez popped dirty. They still let the fight go on. And everybody has something to say about it too, right? Because it's like, hold up, this man popped dirty. Why are they not canceling this fight? Just saying. So what's any different now? My whole thing was, damn, here go another fight. Just all like I just made a video talking about, you know how when you get into a fight and then you really want to see it, something happen. I mean, even like with Queen Elizabeth II passing, that's just something that happened. But the whole thing is fights that you want to see. You understand what I'm saying? Something just, and to be honest with you, on a personal level, I'm not like, yo, Eubanks versus Ben. I plan on checking the fight out, and I don't know what's going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all that by any means necessary, nah, that's bullshit. Like I said, we could be out here gangbanging and decide, nah, he's a civilian. So what? Fuck him, man. Fuck him. Put a bullet in his head anyway, just because we see this motherfucker. That's how people who don't care, that's the mentality. You not the one in there getting punched in your fucking face. You ain't the one getting punched in your ribs and your kidneys. You ain't the fucking one whose family's watching you, hoping that you don't, that you don't take a bad, brutal beating. You don't have a heart to do that shit. But y'all got so much to say because somebody don't like something that a fighter has done or said or ways that they do certain shit, and you want to run to their little defense. Stop talking about my boyfriend. Stop it. You so mean. Fuck cares about your little sissy ass attitudes, man. We don't care about that shit. That's bullshit. Bullshit. See, the problem with fighters, most of us are stupid when it comes to fucking wanting to fucking hunt. Because what'll happen is, you so secure in your skills, you know who you are. I don't give a fuck if he did cheat, I'll still whoop his ass. But what if? What if? Just what if? What you don't think can happen happens. Then what? Like I said, then it's RIP such and such, or yo, that's fucked up, dude in the coma. Yo, man, that's fucked up. Right, the same people sitting up here talking all this shit about so what. Somebody even had the nerve to even say that, talk about, oh, but they let the Oscar Valdez fight happen, so why can't they let this fight happen? It ain't nothing happened to that guy. I'm like, man, y'all some real soft punk ass. You know what y'all are? Y'all a bunch of phone sex operators. You know how they got that chick that look real similar to like Frankenstein, but her voice fooled people. She don't look nothing like with the way she described it and the way that they think she looked. That's what y'all are. Y'all sit behind these keyboards and be talking. And be saying a bunch of tough, dumb shit. Sounding stupid. Because nothing y'all say make any goddamn sense. If a fighter, and here's the thing, Eddie Hearn said they've known about this. Both sides, everybody has known about this for 2 weeks now. All right, so they was aware. If he didn't, let's just say by now, if everything was okay, that would have never came up. We would have never even heard about it. Maybe somebody would have said, rumor has it that before the fight, Chis Eubanks versus Ben, that Ben popped dirty. Maybe it would have been a rumor. Who knows? But bottom line, and I'm not saying like they was trying to like hide evidence and so like no. They probably, if anything, was more like, all right, you know, you got to get tested anyway. And let's just see how, well, you know, what happens. Because they want the fight to happen. But, you know, there's a possibility that it won't. Depending on, you know, the levels of, you know, on the samples when they come back. We hear about this today. When I heard about it, I'm like, oh, wow. And I didn't say anything about it at first. I'm like, let me see what else, you know, what's said. I'm waiting to hear from, like, a reliable source. You know, like I said, I don't listen to other boxing channels and then go repeat something that they say. I hear, you know, certain things I hear is like, okay, cool, I got you. But then I look to see where it came from. And then once I see where it comes from, it's like, okay, let's see, like, what's really going on. So, basically, the 3 videos that I did, if I wouldn't have waited like I did wait, I would have just basically been putting out one video. Then other things have transpired since then. But basically, like if I would have waited to now, for example, if I wouldn't have waited and just did it, then it's like, okay, now I got to come back and do the videos that I've already done. You see what I'm saying to you? Nothing else has changed. That's why I said, I saw, you know, Garrett Davies, and it's like, I don't need to play this audio and what he said. We know what he said. I'm just saying, y'all, it's one of these situations where I said, you know, boxing just suck now. Yeah, we get a good fight here and there. Yeah, we do. We get a good fight here and there. But overall, boxing is just not, it's not the same, man. It's just like, it's the chances of a fight just not happening are so fucking high that I can't even get up for these fights. I'm the type of person, I don't really show emotion like that anyway. But I'm never sure. Like if a fight sound like, yo, that's gonna be a good fight, inside I'm feeling like, oh, you see what I put on the video, on the thumbnail when I said, when I got shields and all up there, you see what I put on there, right? Fights to look forward to, right? Then I said, at least we think so. If y'all don't know what I meant by that, that's what I meant. Like, at least we think so. You're looking forward to it, that don't mean it's gonna happen. Look at what's going on. It's just too many reasons for a fight to not happen. And when things like this do occur, yeah, it's unfortunate on every level. But at the same time, it's one of these things where, okay, let me put it to you like this, right? Conor Ben may be distracted by this if the fight goes on. Chis Eubanks might be motivated, even maybe, let's just say, for example, he might be 61% instead of 60. He might just turn up and, you know, just saying. This is a fight that, like I said, that went from people being concerned about Conor Ben's health to, yo, I think this is going to be a good fight. And it's not even a title fight. But look at the hype around it. Let's be real. A lot of people want to see this fight now. They're interested in this fight. But it's never the type of shit. That would be like, for example, right? My son is in the ring fighting someone. The motherfucker he fighting got brass knuckles on under his gloves. And I'm going to tell my son, well, look, son, if you all that, it don't matter if he got brass knuckles or not. Go in there and fight the motherfucker and win. This is boxing. So, yeah, at some point he's going to get hit with something, right? What kind of father would I be? What kind of human being would I be? So, as I said, it's not y'all punk asses in the ring. So it's easy to talk all this, oh man, they just trying to baby Chis Eubanks Jr. Like, all of a sudden now, it's just like, y'all are some weirdos. Like y'all some real weirdos. But again, y'all bums. It's like that person that don't have no money, don't have no ambitions to do anything, but they always trying to tell somebody how they want to spend their money. Okay? Plain and simple. Everything that I see on social media, I know that I'm not there to see it for myself, so I'm only going by what we hear. You guys, a lot of you are so ignorant that you'll hear something, and all of what you hear coming from the horse's mouth, not hearsay. The person that's being accused is because of their own hypocrisy. Then y'all turn around and want to try to flip it on somebody else and say, yeah, but what about with this and that? Look, man, you know what? My dad, he told me when I was a kid, don't be the talker. Right while somebody's threatening them, you punch them right in their mouth. Just cut them right while they talking. I'm gonna pop, 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 and you don't stop. You do them in. You got that talking, arguing with them. People always, motherfucker, hit me. You hit me, motherfucker. What you want to do with y'all back? Nah, never. Right while you running your mouth. Right? And I was always to myself. I never liked a lot of attention. I was always just to myself. Had my little group of people. I got along with pretty much everybody, but there's always somebody that, you know, got the two knives in the hand, smiling, but got the hands behind the back with two knives in it. So my whole thing was just pretty much, I live life, I enjoy life. Ups and downs happen. We're all human. But one thing that I refuse to do is try to be a part of the majority. I stand on my own too. And when I see some of these comments, I'm just like, y'all are some real bitches, man. Like, y'all don't even, it's like y'all don't even know. Y'all really don't even know. Y'all just talk. Plain and simple. I'm talking about I want to see Shields versus Marshall. Oh, man, them bitches can't fight. Females this, females that. First of all, nobody asked your fucking opinion. Nobody was talking to you. I don't need your permission to see what I want to see. Simple. I want to see the Baumgartner Maynard fight. Simple. What does any of that have to do with you? And then I found interest in, you know, like I said, Eubanks is a good fighter, and so is Ben. But, you know, bottom line, so I found interest in that fight. The Joyce, you know, Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker fight. Found interest in that fight. But there's always somebody who want to tell you, I don't care what you like and don't like. What make me laugh about you motherfuckers is how y'all, just for some reason, y'all ignorance make you think you can tell somebody what they should and shouldn't like, because you basically don't have nothing of your own. You basically try to live vicariously through fighters. Example, Parker and Joe Joyce had a slugfest. Wilder is in a fight with a guy that don't have the credibility or the respect that Joe Joyce or Parker has. If this fight somehow is entertaining to people, right? When you have two punchers, if they're landing clean, fight ain't gonna last too long. Let's just say, for example, it's a brawl for however long it lasts. Let's just say, because I don't think nobody really think this fight's going 12 rounds. But let's just say it's a brawl. And let's just say that it's like an actually entertaining fight. This is exactly what people are going to do. It's one thing to ask the question of what fight did you think was a better fight? But let me tell you exactly what the Wilder fanboys want to be able to do. They want to be able to say, yo, Wilder versus Helenius was way better than Parker versus Joyce. Then they're going to start saying, if Wilder, especially if Wilder knocks him out, and let's say it's a good fight. Yo, I'm telling you, everybody, yo, here, fuck Joyce. Joyce don't want no smoke. But let me tell you something that Wilder said. And this is where y'all got to, see, this is where people hear things, but they don't pay attention. Wilder said he's still young. He's still young. He said he got about 3 more years in this sport that he want to fight. How many times a year does Wilder fight? And Wilder breaks his hand. Every time Wilder has a fight, it's a long layoff. And it's been like that for a while. How old is Wilder now? 36? So if Wilder decides he wants to fight till he's 39, again, how many times a year is Wilder going to fight? Why is that an important question? Simple. Who are the 3 fights? Because this right here, okay, he's talking about 3 more years, he said. 3 more years. So, unless Wilder's going to fight twice a year, well, that would be 6 opponents total for the next 3 years. If he fight once a year, well, that'll be 3 opponents total for the next 3 years. Do you really think Wilder's going to fight 3-4 times a year? You understand what I'm saying? So who exactly is he looking to fight? So let's say he beats Helenius like he should. Does he fight Usyk? And after Usyk, then who? Win, lose, or draw. Then who? Usyk. Let's say Usyk decides, fuck Fury, I want to fight Wilder. It's for a title. If Usyk was to lose, rematch clause. So that's the same guy twice. Whether Wilder wins or loses, my point is, who exactly does he want to fight? Does that list include Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, Anthony Joshua? Does that list include those guys? Joseph Parker, Dillian White? Or does he just want to fight and say, okay, I'm making my exit strategy. This is what I want to do. And I have a plan where I can maximize my dollars and not really get caught up into having to fight all these top guys. Who knows? Because he ain't did it his whole career. So you think that at 36, 37, or whatever he is, now all of a sudden he's just going to be a fighting ass. I'm fighting everybody now. Let's be realistic. If Wilder, and look, not only that, he's saying he want to fight for 3 more years. Do we know how fights are going to go with him? This is why I'm saying, who are the opponents he's looking at? So this is where, when you look at fighters talking about, every one of these fighters that say, I want to fight 3-4 times a year, they never do it. The ones that was actually doing it back in the day wasn't talking about it. They were just doing it. Even if they was asked a question like, yeah, I want to keep busy, but they were just doing it. They didn't have to talk you to death about what they want to do. It's too much money involved, too much of a risk, of a gamble to lose this shit. This is why these fighters are fucking scared to get in there and really just go at it. Because they're scared that if they lose, they're gonna, their stock is gonna go down. It doesn't matter to me how people feel because we speak the truth. I'll say this, right? Joseph Parker became champion. Joseph Parker lost his title to Anthony Joshua. He lost to Dillian White. He lost to Joe Joyce. He beat Junior Farr. He beat Derek Chisora twice. So he won some, he lost some. The better, okay, of the fighters that he lost to were better than the ones that he beat. But at least he got in there and fought. You understand what I'm saying? At least he got in there and fought. Where does Joseph Parker go from here? We don't know. Do we get Andy Ruiz versus Wilder? Do we get Joe Joyce versus Wilder? Notice, right? Now, he's not calling out Joe Joyce. He said he wants Usyk to be a man of his word and fight him. That's what he said, right? Okay. I'll bet you right now, Most people feel like this. Wilder got a way better chance of knocking out Usyk than Joe Joyce. And I guarantee you, they can talk all that shit they want about Joe Joyce, but none of them feel confident and comfortable saying, he'll beat Joyce. And you know what? They sitting up here trying to make excuses for Helenius, trying to say that Helenius is a hell of a fighter. Well, if you think that Helenius is going to give Deontay Wilder a decent fight, what the hell do you think Joe Joyce would do? I mean, let's be real. If we going to talk about fights that we want to see, I've never in my life heard nobody say, yo, I want to see that Helenius fight. All right, let's make this clear. In one night, Joe Joyce, his stock went way up. Way up in one night. Against Dubois, people was like, I still don't fancy Joyce. After the Parker fight, let's be real, the majority of people thought Joseph Parker was going to outbox him. The fight didn't go the way that, I imagine him fighting different. I didn't pick a winner, to be honest with you, because the whole thing was, let's see if Joe Joyce can elevate to another level. And, let's see if the same for, we already know that Joyce is going to be Joyce, but Joyce actually showed us more. He did the same things that he's always doing, but he did it better. And people were shocked, like, damn, he actually beat Joseph Parker. Knocked him out. Yeah, okay, so that's the fight we was looking forward to. Like I said, if I say people trying to make this Helenius Wilder fight like it's some Super Bowl or some super fight, listen to your comments. Nobody care about no damn Helenius. And listen, I respect Helenius as a fighter. I like the fact, Helenius is realistic and down to earth about his chances of winning versus his chances of losing. And that's with any fight that you fight. The thing about him, I can't say, I seen him when he fought Dillon, I seen him when he fought Chisora. My thing about Helenius is this. If he wins, because this is a title eliminator, this puts him in a great spot. But at the same time, if he wins, the hypocrisy is going to be so strong. Because all you're going to hear from the Wilder fans is Wilder's not the same. Ain't no way in hell. If Wilder, because Fury cheated, with the egg weight and with the no padding, and it took a lot out of Wilder. If Wilder was in his prime, he'd have killed this guy. There's no way that this guy could beat Wilder. This is what you're going to hear. Don't you remember the same argument? Don't you remember through the whole glove gate? How the fuck? This is what made me laugh, right? When AJ told Usyk, how'd you beat me? You're not strong, right? When I said, I don't know what the fuck Wilder fans laughing at, y'all motherfuckers was talking about how the fuck he gonna beat Wilder. He can't punch. Ain't that pretty much saying the same shit that AJ said to Usyk? And this was coming from the same fans. LOL, LOL, he. Like, y'all laughing and y'all saying the same shit, talking about ain't no way in hell. All of a sudden, Fury just can knock out Wilder. He can't knock nobody out. He can't punch, but he can knock out Wilder all of a sudden. Okay, that's exactly what y'all saying. How the fuck could you knock out Wilder? You're not strong. You was taking something. Bottom line. Then yet y'all jump in comment sections and try to tell people what they should and shouldn't say or what they should and shouldn't believe. And nobody listening to what y'all talking about. Nobody care about all that. Y'all can sit up here and praise and bow down to these fighters. I really wish there was a switch, man, that you could just, and everybody just have a certain intelligence and just everybody just chill. I really wish that could happen, because it's like, man, we got some real dummies out here on this earth. This little tiny planet need some more intelligent folks that know how to have a conversation and stick to a goddamn topic. All of this bullshit just because a man is concerned about somebody's health, and then all this other shit starts coming up, and it's like, damn, y'all motherfuckers really kill me. Even like the whole point of even saying that Eddie Hearn was holding a contract because he was trying to protect Anthony Joshua because he knew Fury was going to get tired of waiting and call off the fight. So he did that on purpose. Whatever. Funny thing is this, right? Eddie Hearn said from the very beginning, I mean, I don't think it might not be the best choice for Anthony Joshua coming off 2 losses to go in there and fight against Tyson Fury. He said that out of his own mouth. He said, but if AJ wants to fight, then, hey, I want whatever AJ wants. I work for AJ. So, you know, Eddie Hearn came out and said that openly. So, how are you going to try to hide something that you already spoke publicly? He know the cameras is rolling. This wasn't some leaked footage of him talking and all of a sudden, somebody recorded it and put it out. No, he's being interviewed. I said the same thing. Many people said the same thing. AJ need to just take not some time off. Taking time off ain't going to help nothing. Because every time you take time off, what happens? You come back. Oh, I had ring rust. No. I said AJ need to keep busy. Take some lesser fights. And they said that's exactly what they plan on doing. A fight in December and a fight again in March. And then Dylan, and then hopefully Wilder. You know, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm talking about. It's one of those situations where, oh, y'all babying AJ. Bro, this dude fight nothing but tough fights. I wouldn't say, oh, yeah, he need to take a easy fight now because no. The fact that Anthony Joshua hasn't been the same. He just, it's like we all know, we see the difference in Anthony Joshua. So the whole point is, okay, Anthony Joshua need to be able to get back to what he was doing before. And even better. How is he going to benefit by taking a fight way too soon, possibly losing simply because he just wasn't ready? How hard is that to understand? So yeah, go get these 2 confidence builders up, go in there and be able to work with some things that you need to be able to employ, you know, and simple. That's all. Oh, but how come AJ get to take easy? Like, wow, how stupid are you guys? It's like this, right? If you play football and you break your fucking leg, do you wait for your leg to fucking heal? Or do you just throw a cast on it and go out there and, right? Now you out for the whole season because instead of you just, nah, let me take the time off that I need to heal. That's all he's basically doing. It was Fury the one to say he's broken his side, right? Wilder, the same thing. He seemed like a broken fighter, right? Okay. His healing process is not going to come by taking fights out of desperation or feeling like I don't want people to feel like I'm ducking. Man, you can't worry about people. Let me tell you something. One of the best lessons I learned in life is when I understood I can't make everybody happy. And in fact, why should I even feel like I have to? And the same people that you feel that, well, I have to do this, or I have to make them proud, or I want people. No. Why? Why? Life is not all about entitlement, man. You got to earn your keep. And when you are in a position that other people want to be in, you'll find they don't have nice things to say about you. Simple. Once they get to the point, like, example, Fury and Wilder both talk about it ain't about the money, it's about legacy. I ain't fighting nobody till I get a boatload of money, right? Went from saying the same thing. It's not about the money. I don't care about the money. Money doesn't make me. Now, I ain't fighting till I get a $500 million, right? Okay. Wilder's talking about now how fighters don't have nothing to show for it, or they can't take care of themselves, and people say they're a great fighter, but haven't I been telling you motherfuckers that same thing since I started this goddamn channel? Haven't I been saying the same? So this is why I say fighters need to be compensated. They're the ones that are taking the fucking punishment, not the promoters, not management. But at the same time, you need the balance. And the problem is when you've been fighting easy fights your whole career, now as you get older, the fights that you should have had years ago, how are you going to squeeze all that shit in? You understand? So my point, You think in 3 fucking years, Wilder's going to fight Dubois, Joyce, Usyk, Joshua, White, Ruiz? You think he's going to fight all of those guys when he didn't even fight them in his prime? You wait now. And mind you, listen to him. He's saying, I'm still young. And okay, cool. Right. Just like I said, Conor Ben can't go up and fight at 157. Now, the most he can say, if he gets his ass whooped, is, he was stronger than I thought. He probably was just, too strong, too big, whatever, right? My punches didn't have the same effect. Just say, for example, if that's how it goes. He gets his ass whooped. What he can't say, oh man, I dared to be great. I'm not a 160 pounder. I went all in 157. I fight at 140. Hey, no. The same way how Chis Eubanks accepted this fight, the same thing go for you. So he can't come with that, oh man, I'm not really a middleweight. Same way when Kell Brook went up to fight, Triple G, he didn't have to, but he did. And we saw how that worked out for him. He was outboxing Triple G, and look, a fight is 10 to 12 rounds. It's not about what you was doing in the fight earlier. It's how did you do enough to get the win? And basically, what we saw was, even though he was outboxing him, he still wasn't defensive enough to stay away from them big shots, really big shots. And he got his orbital bone broken. He wanted to continue to fight, but it wasn't in his best interest, and the ref stopped that shit. Like, nah, man, you had enough. And then we seen him going there against, Bud Crawford. I mean, not Bud. Well, before Bud, Errol Spence. And then basically he broke the other side. So now by the time he fights Bud Crawford, he didn't have both of the same injury on both sides of his face now. And we seen Bud touching with a shot that didn't look that hard and he went down. So just saying, we saw the effects that fighting a bigger, stronger guy can have on fighters. That was the concern for Conor Ben. Like, what's the purpose of this fight? So they brought the dad's legacy into it, and it's like, man, come on, man, it's not even the same thing. But just saying, Amir Khan going up to fight Canelo. Well, I'm not a 154 pounder. Don't even bring that up. Nobody made you go up and fight Canelo. Okay, nobody made you guys do this. So I don't want to hear that they dared to be great shit as an excuse, because you can't just say, well, yeah, he got his ass whooped. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, man. But it's like, for me, I don't even really care on a personal level. I feel like this. Things are going to happen. You're not in control of everything. You think you are. Most people think that they are. What's going to happen is going to happen. It's a fight. Simple. And you're always going to have the fanboys. This is one of the reasons why I don't do lives. You have some pretty stupid people that come on a live stream. Sometimes you go on a live with somebody, and I'm just looking at the comments as they come up. You motherfuckers are not even talking about nothing that the content creator is talking about. Y'all all off topic. Y'all arguing with each other in the comment section. Like, for what? Why would I do a live to have people talking about suck my dick, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga, oh, go suck your mama puss up? Like, bruh. And this is the shit that I'm reading. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers wouldn't say none of that shit face to face. They all know it. And it's just, this is what they do. So we can't even talk about boxing without people getting in their feelings. Care nothing about what you feel, man. Like I tell people, I'm in the gym. I don't praise nobody. I'm my favorite fighter. I don't have no, oh no, man, I look up to him. I want to get his, I want his face on my shirt. I want a tattoo. No, I don't do any of that. I don't praise nobody. I'm not starstruck. I don't have no, when I say I like a fighter as a fighter, what I'm telling you is I don't know these people personal. I can't say, oh, I like that person. Like, for example, right, you met a female, you liked her, she liked you, y'all became a couple, or y'all got married or whatever, right? Y'all liked each other. You met a dude, y'all start talking, and hey, you know what? Y'all got real cool. He's like your brother now. So you like him as a person, you love him as a person, you love him as your brother. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know these people. So I don't sit up here and be giving them little nicknames and acting like we met and we close or something. I don't know these people. And one thing I know about most rich folks, celebrities, they're used to people kissing their asses. So that a lot of them are very arrogant. So what you see on that screen is because they're in front of the screen. Sometimes people go a little extra and act like real assholes. Sometimes people may try to act nicer than what they really are. Who knows? Who cares? I don't care about all that. Boxing news. Ain't no fanboyism here. Simple. So even to have conversations with you guys, a lot of the family, we chop it up, and it's the same ones that we have good dialogue. But it's always a bunch of assholes. People that's not even on your channel be jumping in your comments, just trying to get recognized. I'm like, man, I just delete these motherfuckers. I don't even have anything to say to them. I don't even care. I don't even talk to them. I just delete them. And they try to make it seem like I always bring up Boxing Ego for that. Oh man, Boxing Ego deleted me. All I did was ask a question. It was probably a stupid one. When you go on somebody's channel, you do not have the fucking right. Nobody make you watch a video. First of all, you make yourself watch it. You have no right to go on anybody's channel to try to tell them what they can and can't say. Because basically, we know we got two middle fingers, right? We know we're gonna tell you. But at the same time, for you to say that somebody is this, that, and complain, my question is, you must be a drama queen. You must be a Karen. Because why do you keep going on that person's channel? They're not going on. I guarantee you, Boxing Ego ain't going on your channels. I'm not going on your channel. So why is it that y'all keep getting blocked every time y'all go on somebody's channel? Because y'all talk stupid. And he's letting you know, I don't need you on my channel. I don't want you on my channel. So how stupid do you look complaining about a grown man kicking you off his platform because you too stupid to have a conversation? You try to insult people, try to talk shit like you some tough guy, and then it's like, I know how the game goes. And what I would tell anybody, if you think that just because, all right, pay attention, just because you subscribe to somebody's channel and you take the time to watch their videos, that you are entitled to insult them, talk stupid shit, you are a bozo. You are a bozo. Imagine your kid crossing the street and the crossing guard is standing up there on their cell phone. And you like, excuse me, sir, my kid, go on, man, cross the goddamn street. That you feel like, damn, what the fuck? That? I mean, I know how I would react to that. But the whole point is you wouldn't like that. So I don't understand how you guys are so ignorant. Well, I do understand it. Like I said, because you're behind a keyboard. But you guys love to talk. Why? Why do you think it's okay to get an attitude and show the world that you're nothing but a bunch of little sissies? Because y'all get mad over some men. That's what y'all get mad over. So I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I was this close to even doing a live. And I said, nah. I want to get this off my chest real quick. And then if I do a live, if I do, I'll probably put the alert out. Because basically in the same thing, anybody come talking stupid, I'm just going to get rid of them anyway. Y'all try to make it sound like, oh, just because you have a difference of opinion with me or Ego or whoever it is, that we just kick y'all off. No, it's the stupid shit that you guys say. It's the stupid shit that you guys say. And the fact that you act like a little, like y'all act like a bunch of roaches and rats. You're not wanted, but you keep trying to come back. For what? Why don't you just go on all the channels of the people that you fantasize about, praise them, tell them how much you love and worship them, how much you got, you know, their faces and names graffitied all over your drawers and all that, and stay off the people channel that's going to give you that real raw and not sugarcoat things and try to say what you think that, you know, we should be saying. I don't do that for anybody. Anybody who's been rocking me with me from day one know I speak the truth. I speak what I see and what I feel. I do not say what I think you want me to say. And I will never be that person. So again, these are two grown-ass men. They want to fight, but let's not be stupid, okay? You can't let the inmates run the asylum. Because like I said, as fighters, sometimes we're a bit stupid. We'll go in there and don't care. And we've seen what happened to several fighters. And we know that fighters have died in that ring. And you motherfuckers ain't never even hit a speed bag, but y'all got so much to say. So anyway, you know, as far as what's going to happen if the fight happens, it's to be honest with you, it's understandable if that fight is called off because of what this man has in his system. For the people that's like, well, yeah, but what if the B sample, what if he passed that? Then if he passed the B sample, then the fight will go on. But then it's always the type of thing where, like, this was the conversation earlier. So that was the whole thing. It's like, well, would you rather see a fight take place even though a guy's dirty versus, nah, they need to postpone it till you get clean? I mean, like I said, it's unfortunate on so many levels, but do you really think that it's fair for you to be clean and you're fighting somebody that's not? And what's in a system might be the reason that they get the edge and beat you. And not just beat you, even if you don't get hurt. It's just like, for example, imagine you outside playing basketball. Fuck boxing. Let's say you outside playing basketball. It's hot, you running back and forth, you tired, you dehydrated, but the person you playing got water and Gatorade, but you don't. That's fair? You understand what I'm saying? No. So, plain and simple. Level playing field. And then two statements got to be made too, man, because you can't have people walk around here thinking that they can just take whatever and do whatever. And like I said, I'm just like, with everything, like I said, I'm waiting to see how this thing plays out. But like I said, people, what he took is where it's like, how do you explain that? And that's why I'm saying I really want to see how this is going to play out, because I will not be shocked if this fight is canceled. I won't. So right now, 7:15, I'm going to check back to see what's going on. I don't want to just, make videos about what they was like, he said, she said, he said, she said, but we still don't know what's going on. What I want to be able to say on the next video, if in reference to that, is either the fight is on or the fight is off. Simple as that. There's no need to keep, real cute. There's no need to just keep talking about, like I said, just like every video is just about possibility of a fight or supposed to be fight, but do we actually know we're gonna get the fight? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But hopefully, and it's not like, I don't know how Ben could prove it. It would be way better if, let's just say, like I said, he just carelessly somehow took something that he shouldn't have took, or took something for a different reason. All right, and it showed up in the system. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's going to give him an advantage. You understand how hard is that? How hard is that to understand? So I won't be shocked if they call the fight off. But fighters got to be more on the ball, man. They have to be, like I told y'all before. When it happened with Oscar Valdez, I said it's not going to be the last. And remember, people, it was a big thing because even though he was dirty, they let that fight go on. And you got to understand this too. If the same thing happens here in the future, this is what people will start thinking and start saying, well, they let Valdez fight, well, they let Eubanks and fight, and that's what it would be. Now you're going to have people talking about, it probably was favoritism or some racist type stuff or whatever because of, which at the same time, let's be real, Mauricio Suleiman, he's been known to do some pretty shady stuff out his career, and it just so happens that all of a sudden Oscar Valdez talk about how he's clean, he's not a dirty fighter, and he this and this, and he's pleading all that. Yeah, but something is in your system that shouldn't be there. And then we hear Robert Garcia come out and say clearly, yo, the Mexicans, that was Robert Garcia's words, whenever they pop dirty, and that's what he said, whenever they cheat, their go-to excuse is bad meat. So, bottom line, whatever, if you have something in your system that's going to give you an advantage, the fight should be called off. And that's just reality. That's just reality. So, it is what it is. But if it goes on, it goes on. Just saying. Anyway, talk to me in the comments. Never fall in love with lies. Remember the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all in the next video.